10 Most Ridiculous World War II Inventions. 1. Garlic chocolate. Garlic was pretty unpopular in Britain at the time, but British agents abroad had to blend in. There was a concern that British agents in Spain didn't smell right. The Spanish ate a lot of garlic, which the Brits wouldn't touch. The Special Operations Executive developed garlic chocolate for their operatives. It was a way to make garlic palatable. 2. Painted cows. British farmers often painted white lines on their cows during the Blitz. Blackout conditions were imposed in 1939. Many livestock owners were afraid their cows would be hit by cars in the dark. 3. Itching powder. Super strength itching powder was another wartime invention. Britain sent it to resistance fighters in Europe. They were instructed to put it in the underwear of German soldiers. At least one U-boat crew had to turn to port. The sailors were certain they had developed some sort of skin condition. The scheme was also successful in Norway. Local resistance members put the powder in condoms intended for German troops. 4. Fake feet. Fake feet were manufactured for agents landing on beaches in the Far East. The fake bare feet were put over the shoes. The footprints would look like they'd been left by barefoot natives. 5. Sting bombs. Both the British and the Americans utilized sting bombs. In Britain, the SOE called its invention the S-capsule. It would be thrown at enemy agents or even dignitaries. They would be embarrassed by the foul odor. The idea didn't catch on, as it was equally unpleasant for the thrower. 6. Exploding rats. Rat bombs were another SOE idea that never took off. Dead rats were filled with explosives and sent to resistance fighters. They were instructed to put the rodents next to furnaces in factories. The idea was that someone would pick up the rat and throw it into the furnace. The resulting explosion would sabotage the factory. The Germans intercepted the first and only package of rat bombs. They spent a lot of time and effort hunting for more, which was a success in itself. 7. Bad bombs. This experimental weapon was developed in the U.S. The official Navy code name was Project Tex-Ray. The bomb consisted of a bomb-shaped casing with over 1,000 compartments. Each contained a hibernating Mexican free-tailed bat. Each bat had a small timed incendiary bomb attached. The casings would be dropped from a bomber and employ a parachute. The bats would be released and roost in attics, starting fires. Project Tex-Ray was cancelled in 1944. 8. Panjandrum. The Great Panjandrum was an experimental British weapon. It was a massive rocket-propelled, explosive-laden cart. The Panjandrum consisted of 2 wheels, each 10 feet in diameter. The wheels were connected by an axle, packed with 2 tons of explosives. The idea was that it would speed toward Nazi defenses and explode on impact. The trials were disastrous, and the Panjandrum was never used in combat. 9. Project Pigeon. This was an American attempt to develop a pigeon-guided bomb. It was led by the famed animal behaviorist B.F. Skinner. He built a mock nose cone with seats for several pigeons. They had individual tiny cockpits and electronic screens. The pigeons were taught to peck when they saw the target, an image of an enemy ship. This would pull cables that steered the missile. Cancelled in 1944, the program was revived as Project Orkan in 1948. It was only abandoned in 1953 when electronic guidance systems became available. 10. Project Habakkuk. This was a British project to construct an aircraft carrier out of pykrete. Pykrete is a mixture of wood pulp and ice. The vessel would allow British planes to attack German U-boats in the mid-Atlantic. A prototype ship was built on Patricia Lake in Alberta, Canada. It cost about £2.5 million and required 300,000 tons of wood pulp. The project was abandoned due to its impracticality. It took 3 hot summers to completely melt the prototype.